Good? All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us today to commemorate this very, very special occasion, a long time in the making, and to celebrate with us and all of the many people who worked together to make this a reality. We're honored that you're here and appreciate you taking the time to come out this morning. If you just take a second and look behind me, this is actually very humbling, especially to those of you who have been so instrumental in this project so far. To actually see the ground being cleared and all of the work being done as we sit here and speak and celebrate is pretty remarkable given where we started. And so I wanted to really start with that. This is a special project. Although Manny and his family and his team have been very involved in a number of projects over the years, this is truly the flagship project, the special project, the dream, the vision of this team coming to reality as we speak. So it's almost nice to pause and just appreciate that, and to in a showing of respect and admiration for what's been required to get us to this point. The first phase of this project, when it's complete, will include over these 15 acres retail, so Chipotle, Verizon, a couple of other retailers, as well as a second phase which will include a Lidl grocery store, and a third phase which will include what we hope to be a 100-room Marriott hotel and a medical center. So these 15 acres will, in just a few years, hopefully, knock on wood, include all of that and much more. But I want to pause there and just very quickly change gears a little bit, because the development of this project is not the real story. The real story is Mr. Patel. In 1976, Manny purchased the Cadillac Motel, which is literally just right there and still operating. I'm quite certain anyone who's staying there is not sleeping right now, but that motel has been owned and operated by this family for 40 years. It's a pretty special story. When Manny first came to this country in the late 50s, he got his education, engineering degree, had a nice storied career at Bechtel, and ultimately realized or reached a point where he could realize his dream, which was to develop real estate, own and manage real estate. And although he's done that to a large degree over the last few years, many years I should say, this is the moment he's been waiting for, I can assure you that. And it's special and it's humbling to be here to celebrate that with him. And I'll leave it there, because he's the one to tell his own story the way he wants to tell it. But I feel it's an important opening for such a commemorative occasion to recognize the hard work, the effort, the perseverance, the patience, the dedication, and frankly, just the unwillingness to ever give up is why we're all here today. And before I turn it over to Manny, I'll also just say that it wasn't done alone. While he might have had the vision and the guts, he didn't do it alone, and it's people like County Executive Baker and Councilman Franklin from District 9 that allowed all of this to become reality. Partners like Trinity, Apple Federal Credit Union, RDA Engineers. We just can't thank you enough for everything that you've done to make this happen. So with that, I'll turn it over to Manny. Thank you so much again for being here with us today. Don't worry.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Well, I welcome you, everybody, for coming. I want to thank to our county executive and let's say future governor, Roshan Baker, for accepting this invitation. I want to thank to Mel Franklin, who really helped me a lot, the county council, and Jim Coleman, president of EDC. I'm glad that they accepted the invitation. They came. Thank you everybody for coming. I want to give you a little background on this site. I started in 2010 with a hotel project, 100 room. After 3 years of hard work, we got the permit from county, thank God. And then we decided to make a 180-degree turn, and we thought to have a shopping center, a smaller project, and postpone the hotel. So we postponed the hotel temporarily. So after this phase 1 is completed, after 3 years that we got the permit for this, I want to thanks to county for giving me permit I needed. I want to thanks to all the state highway people, WSSC people. We got all the permits we needed for this project. I want to thanks to RDA, our engineering team, who worked so hard to get all the site engineering permits. Especially Ben and Christina worked so hard to expedite the permits. I want to thank to our MGMA, which is architect. I don't see anybody here, looks like, but anyhow, thanks to them for getting the building permit. I want to thanks to our Apple Federal Credit Union, the bank, who really stood with me since last 2010. Even during recession, they said, don't worry. They gave the commitment letter, and I got the courage to go ahead and continue this project. We got the permit. I thanks to Kishore and Sherry, who really had a confidence in me. I want to thanks to our general contractor, Trinity. Flip, my friend, where is he? I want to thank to him having confidence in me, and they really did a good job previously, and they are the really hardworking people, always meet the schedule. So I thanks to him. I want to thanks to Mike Lanhard. He didn't show up. He's the traffic engineer. Traffic engineer who worked really intelligently to get the light and traffic light we needed. And we want to thanks to Matt Tedesco, our award-winning attorney. He really worked hard to get the legal issues with the county and state highway administration. I really thank him. I want to thanks to my family, Raj, Angela, Viresh. They worked so hard to really back me up all the way. I want to thanks to my wife. She really signed all the paper I needed for the legal loan. If I don't get a loan, I can't do anything. So I had to thank her. Sometimes I feel like I'm sitting in front of the judge, but she always signs it. So I thanks to him, to her. I want to thanks to my brother-in-law, Manu, Maya, Kanti. They really did a good job in signing all the paper I needed to get the project moving. I want to thanks to Angela and Monica. They arranged this function so very well. I thanks to them for really doing a good job setting up the groundbreaking. If anybody else left out, I really want to thanks everybody who contributed to this project. So thanks everybody. Let me give you a little background of this site though. It's almost 15 to 16 acre of property that we have. We accumulated slowly. We will be planning in the stages. We made 4 parcels of this entire site. The 4 parcels will be done in stages. Stage 1 will be the shopping center that we are working on right now. After the phase 1 is completed, we'll be doing the phase number 2, will be grocery store and office building in the back. After the phase 2 is completed, will be a 100-room 4-star hotel, especially Marriott, I hope. will be done, stage number 3, and then the last phase will be medical building that we'll be doing. After all these stages are completed, we'll have almost 7 to 8 buildings completed, and it might invest maybe $50 to $60 million for this site. Might employ almost 400 to 500 people directly. Thank you. And 400 or 500 will be working indirectly, doing the supply to the grocery store, supply to the restaurant, supply to medical, hotel, and maybe a strip center in the back. So this is going to be a big complex, and that's what PG County wanted. Especially Mel Franklin will be very happy to know that his district is going to be really growing fast. And one day, I hope, this Brandywine becomes a major city in a metropolitan area.
Oh, there you go.
Let's hope. I want to really thank everyone. Enjoy the coffee, and thanks. Beautiful day. Enjoy it. Thank you, everybody.
He always reminds me that he needs no introduction. So now I'd like to turn it over to Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation President and CEO, Jim Coleman.
Thank you very much, Angela. Thank you very much, Angela. It is a pleasure being here, Governor Baker, Chairman, to the Patel family. It is a pleasure being here. I love the smell of Prince George's County dust in the morning. Isn't it wonderful? This is the dustiest county in the United States. We are dusty from College Park down to Brandywine. And the main reason, and the one that's creating all the dust, is this man right here. 6 years ago, the dust started. He got it to where we could trust each other, have a government that we can have a good relationship with, where integrity exists. Created an economic development incentive fund to be able to give the Economic Development Corporation a chance to go out and bring more businesses here and help wonderful entrepreneurs like Manny and others to be able to help them to grow and to create more jobs. A T&I initiative that's reduced crime by more than 55%. A school system that is leading the top 15 school districts in the United States. Yes, this is a dusty county. Manny, congratulations on this wonderful project. At the Economic Development Corporation, we are your partners. We want to help you with workforce development and helping you to fill those 600, I like to round things off, 1,000 jobs. And we're going to do everything in the world to make sure that all the wonderful entities here at this wonderful complex are successful. Starting off with Dr. Ganguly, I'd like to have a Thursday event at your brand new hotel as soon as it is open so we can bring in 300 to 400 movers and shakers and to really celebrate. So this is a great day. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Congratulations to the Patel family, and God bless Prince George's County.
Thank you so much. Next, we'd like to hear a few remarks from Councilman Mel Franklin.
Thank you so much. Well, good morning, and I tell you, I want to be like Manny Patel when I grow up. Let me tell you, let's give Manny another big round of applause. You know, Manny's story and the story of his family is really the story of the American dream. To come and to invest and to see the fruits of your labors flourish. I couldn't be prouder to see this great economic destination coming to Brandywine right here in South County. Thank you so much, Manny. And it's really critical that everybody understand that residents in South County want to see great economic destinations too. They want to see great amenities too. So thank you so much to your entire team for sticking with this. I tell you, to have been one of the first Indian American hotel owners in the nation in the 1970s, and to hold that property and see it grow to this point, and having the vision to see in 2010 what this could be, and then sticking with it through some very tough times. Very tough times. We were talking earlier about the emails we were exchanging 7 years ago and the work we were doing to try to get approvals and to move obstacles out of the way. Thank you so much, County Executive Baker, and your entire economic team. We know that something that Prince George's County has improved doing is permitting, but it wasn't always a good thing. It wasn't always in a good situation, and through DPI and the work of County Executive and your leadership, we have improved doing business in Prince George's County. We know we still have a ways to go, but man, what a difference do the last few years make. And so without moving those obstacles, we wouldn't all be sitting here today. And so thank you so much to everybody who's made that possible. That does deserve a round of applause. I do also want to say that on behalf of the residents that I represent, we don't want to send our money outside of Prince George's County. The importance of today is that it allows our residents to keep their dollars in Prince George's County. We can't wait for Chipotle to open. We can't wait for the other options open, the hotel and the medical office, because we want to hire and buy and invest local in Prince George's County. Because if those dollars circulate right here, then Manny and his entire team can create even more jobs. The more successful they are, the more successful Prince George's County is going to be. And we're able to fund police and public safety and education and transportation because we're creating the kind of commercial revenue that we need. So today is all about creating opportunity, seeing it flourish, seeing it grow. Prince George's County, from the north to the central to the south, couldn't be more open for business than we are today. So thank you so much, Manny, for your vision. Thank you so much, Jim, to the EDC, David, to the entire county executive of your team. Thank you so much, my chief of staff, Brendan Laster, who worked hard on this project as well as here. Thank you, Matt. Thank you to all of the various engineers and architects, and obviously to the bank. we couldn't do this without the bank. But we just couldn't be happier to see this happen and the transformation that this signifies. If you haven't realized it and seen the before and after, this is a day about transformation. When you look at where the site is today and what it's going to become, the word that comes to mind is that transformation and vision and opportunity. So thank you so much, everybody. We are bringing the world to Prince George's County. Literally, the dirt is not going to settle, Jim. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it flourishing. So thank you so much, and God bless everybody.
Thank you, Councilman Franklin. And lastly, we certainly would be remiss to not have a couple of words from County Executive Baker, who has, and to a large extent, been a reason why this project is happening. So, County Executive, thank you.
Thank you. Can we give Angela a round of applause? Not only is she keeping us moving, she's playing musical chairs. So she's a great addition to the family. This truly is special for me. Raj and I got to know each other on the first, Dr. Gangley, the first official trip I did as county executive to India, and talked about doing a project down here in Brandywine. And I chuckled at the time. I don't know if he remembers, because, I said, well, where the heck is Brandywine? And the joke. My chief of staff is from Brandywine. I always tell her, I said, we're gonna have development all around, even in the country, and it's happening. She would love that remark that, this is going to want to see it as a major city. It is. I mean, one of the things, and you can't get more colorful than Jim Coleman. I don't know where he comes up with these remarks, but I like that dust. It's the dustiest county. We like that. We want dust everywhere, from College Park to Laurel to all the way down here to Brandywine. And one area that we heard a lot about is the southern part of the county. What are we doing here? The real southern part. And to have this development taking place here is going to be fantastic for us. I was joking before we started that I'm glad Chipotle is coming in after my daughter graduated from St. Mary's, because we would never make it down there. I'd spend all my money at Chipotle's. It's going to be a great addition to us here. But let me say a couple of things and I'll get out the way here. First of all, I want to thank the person who made this all possible, because I know this, and that's Mrs. Patel. Can we give Manny's wife a round of applause? Woo! Yes, because I know my wife makes all the decisions for us. And I say that, and I don't say it tongue-in-cheek. This was a journey. This was not easy. You know, Manny thanked everybody up here in the entire world, but we want to thank you and your family. Because if you didn't believe in Prince George's County, and if you weren't willing to stick it out, we wouldn't be here this morning. Because you could have given up, or you could have gone elsewhere, like many people did. But you stuck it out, and you made this happen. And for us, we are grateful, because it allows us, Mel, Jim, myself, David Iannucci, you know, Tom Himmler and the team, to talk about the resurgence and rebirth of Prince George's County. Because we remember what it was like 7 years ago, right, David? You couldn't talk about a grocery store coming here. We had to try and figure out a way to stop them from leaving. Now they're coming. But this project is critical for us. It's important for the county. And I can't be happier to be county executive and to be able to say with all confidence and truth that Prince George's County is developing in every part of its 500 square miles, that every part of it has seen a rebirth. And the top of that is Brandywine. Thank you, Mr. Patel. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I'm out of chairs.
Hold it anyhow. Got one?
Okay, so we're looking at this young man standing right in front of me first, please. Thank you. Here we go, everybody. Right here, this young man
you
right
want
here.
us to hold it?
Just hold it. Yep, just hold the dirt. Everybody said it'll be good. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right, ready to go.
I'll get you to duck down for me, sir, if you would. Way down.
I got him.
All right, we're going on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Can you get that camera down for me, sir?
Are we going to throw it on 3, Mike?
Yes, sir. We'll go on 3, everyone. 1, 2, and 3. All right.
Fantastic.
All right, you want to do it one more time? Everyone got it? Yep. Let's do it one more time, guys.
All right.
1, 2, and 3. Great. Got it?
All right.
Excellent. Thank you all for your patience. Congratulations.